Alrighty, guys, what is going on? It is Giga here once again, back from my lovely, lovely vacation out in St. Lucia, which was just amazing. But I'm glad to be back. I hope I have a little bit of a tan for the first time in like years. But we'll see. We'll see if you guys think so or not. You can let me know. Either way, guys, it's good to be back. I am in health again, thankfully. I am back home safely, and I have already started my champs games, which is really sad to say, but I've done it. Which leads me into talk about the meta of week 3. I know I didn't get to do one for week 2 because I was not feeling well at all, and I just couldn't get it done. But I wanted to start it again for week 3. I want to make this a weekly thing. And it's good because it opens up discussion and then it opens up, talking about what we think are good meta styles, what's good for you, what's good for me, what's good in general. And so if you guys have thoughts on this, please put them in the comments. I want to get back into it. And without further ado, water sip. Let's go ahead. Let's start talking about the different things. I got a little list on my phone here. Just from, actually, how many games have I played so far? I think I've played like 10 champs games, 12 champs games, and we're 9-2, something like that. 8-3. No, what is it? 8-4. No, 9-3. 9-3. No, something like that. I think we're 10-2 maybe. Either way, we figured it out. We've got it going on, and so. The team that I've been using right now is not super, it's pretty meta, but it's not super, like, amazing. So, for instance, I'm still using my untradeable cards, my untradeable midfielders. All of my coins have gone into basically this PK because I really wanted to try him out. He's very, very good. He reminds me a lot of Van Dijk. The thing that's really excellent about him, and I wanted to look at the stats too, is his strength seems just amazing along with his standing tackle. His standing tackle seems really, really good. I have the shadow on him because he's already quote-unquote lengthy, which we'll get into in a second. If you guys haven't heard about lengthy, look up literally any YouTube video on FIFA. But he's not the best dribbler, of course. He's very good at passing the ball off, and I feel like he's going to be very, very meta, especially down the road as people want more La Liga center backs after you get past like Militao. Like I think Militao eventually is going to just not be strong enough anymore, and I feel like this card might be like the next echelon. But we'll see, we'll see. So it's a good card, it's a good card. But so that seems to be kind of where I'm going with this meta talk. PK seems to be very popular in games that I've been playing lately. Along with that, you can see like Koundé's another popular one. Mendy's been popular for other people too. We'll get into what I think of as the most popular team or the most meta team that I've been seeing lately. But in terms of what the meta has gone to, it's obviously shifted towards this lengthy idea. So obviously you see I've got lengthy here, lengthy here, lengthy here. A lot of the players that I've been playing against seem to have gone to this like lengthy strikers, lengthy center backs idea, maybe lengthy CDM sort of idea, while still potentially keeping explosive players on the wings and explosive players or potentially lengthy players at fullback. So anyone in the middle of the field seems to be more lengthy. So you got Ruben Diaz, you've got Van Dijk, you've got even like, Haaland, of course, right? But like this Sorloth card, I've seen this Sorloth in games more frequently than I thought, and it's because he's lengthy. Like, the card itself is not, like, if you put this card in FIFA 22, no one would use it. Absolutely nobody. And so, because he's lengthy and because he's, like, a tank, people all of a sudden really like him. And so, he's very meta with that. But in terms of what that means for the game going forward, the best or the most usable centrally based players, so your center forwards, your center backs, your CDMs, even your box-to-box center mids, you could probably say, they're probably, the more lengthy they are, the more expensive they'll be. Cams, wingers, maybe. Fullbacks, kind of, sort of. Those cards are more on the controlled or explosive side of things. And so because of that, they are good, much better at dribbling, but they're just slow compared to these lengthy players. And so that's why you see cards like PK being very expensive, Haaland being very expensive, Ronaldo's very expensive, so on and so forth. Another card that's very, very popular right now is Danjuma because of the SBC that he had. I think he's controlled or explosive. He's definitely not lengthy. But because of the fact that his shooting is really, really good and his dribbling isn't half bad, and 70 strength is low compared to what he feels like in game, he actually feels very strong. But I think that this card's very popular and it will get phased out eventually, but I wouldn't be surprised if until like, 2 or 3 weeks from now, he's still used quite a bit. So he's super, super meta. The other thing I wanted to talk about is actually some of the glitches that it seems that people found. Now, I don't know if these actually work or not. I haven't tried them. I don't like using these quote unquote glitches personally. If it's there's a difference between a glitch and like an exploit. And so if this is part of the game and it's something you can do, then yeah, go for it, right? But if it's something where you're breaking the game, that's a glitch and I'm against it. That's my personal stance, at least, and that's probably because of my no-hit background. If you guys don't know, I like to try to no-hit Dark Souls games, and so there's a big difference between glitches and exploits. But anyway, so if we go to Twitter here real quick, you can see that there's supposedly this corner kick glitch thing. I don't think it's a glitch. I think it's an exploit. But basically, they put it in this specific spot. They curl the ball in, and theoretically, it's impossible to save. I don't think that it's actually impossible to save. Really, you can see the goalies being brought out a little bit. And if you just keep your goalie in, then I think that the goalie saves this. You can also probably save it with the near post person. I actually defended one with just the person at the front post. I like backed him up manually and he headed the ball out. So I don't think it's a glitch, but I think that you have to try and anticipate it. And so it's just part of the game in that way. The other quote unquote glitch that I've been seeing about is, sorry, I'm trying to get it here, is the power shot quote unquote glitch. Now I think this might actually be a glitch. I don't actually know. But basically you do your like regular shot and then right as you power it up almost all the way, you click the power shot buttons, which for PlayStation is L1 and R1. For Xbox, it's LB and RB. So if you would hold those generally while you shoot the ball, it would do that like zoom in, power shot, blah, 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 blah. But if you hold it like at the end of the animation, then it like switches to the power shot at the end and does the power shot without the speed slowing down. So you can see it like it's like a normal looking shot, but it does it with the power shot power. And so again, I haven't tried this. I feel like I've seen people do it against me in games where I'm like, wow, that was a really strong shot. I'm not entirely sure, but it's worth something to look at, I guess. But if this is true, I don't know if I would classify this as a glitch or an exploit. I don't think it's supposed to actually happen in the game, which would make it more of a glitch than an exploit. But again, we'll see. I don't know if you guys have tried it. You can let me know if you think it works or not. I'm not going to do it. I think that it's just more complicated. I like playing simple for the most part and just having fun passing and doing skill moves and stuff like that, as opposed to like doing the most meta things. But do whatever you want to do. Have fun with the game. On top of that, we also have what are probably the most interesting new players. We already talked about PK. Another person that I want to talk about that I think has been very meta, like people have been playing with them a lot, is this new Phillips card. Let's see if I can get it here. The English center mid who's playing with City. It's a Rule Breakers card. His pace is obviously very good, but otherwise he's basically like Conte usually is. And since Conte is not the same quote-unquote level as he was before, because Conte now, his pace, I believe, has just been absolutely nerfed. Yeah, his acceleration's still good, but otherwise it's just harder, rough with him. And so I've still played against him. He's pretty good, but this Phillips card seems to be where people are leaning to. He's not super expensive. I think he's only like 100K or something. I might even be able to check that if I can load here. Rule Breakers. And, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, so he's like 120, something like that. 110 maybe. He's very, very good. I've played against him. He seems very meta. I already said PK, but the other card that people have been trying to learn how to use or try to fit into their clubs or teams is this Becker SBC. Let's see if I can get to him. And so obviously he has the two versions. You can either get the pacey version or you can get the dribbling version. Sorry, so this is the pace version. This is the dribbling version. I honestly couldn't tell you which one to go for. I don't know which one I would do. I'd probably end up going with this one, the dribbling version personally. But he's 3-star, 4-star. He's like a super sub at this point because you just can't fit him in with the new chemistry style. He's German, obviously, but because he doesn't have any links nationally to, like, I actually don't even know if there's a single other player from the Bundesliga who's from Suriname. And then Union Berlin's not the most popular team. So he really, unless you have a full Bundesliga squad, he's a super sub. And he's quite a good super sub, don't get me wrong. But he's another person that I've been seeing people try to use. And then otherwise, like I said, it just leads us into our meta update team for this week. And so we can actually just I actually think I still have the meta team that had from before. So goalkeeper-wise, Ederson, Allison, Courtois still, of course. At left back, we still have our favorites, if I can get there. We still have our favorites of Cancelo, especially with this new Team of the Week. I haven't seen the Team of the Week that much, but the regular Cancelo is still amazing. Robertson, people aren't using. I still like him. Mendy, people are loving. Hernandez, people are loving. And then there was one more. Who was I thinking of? Actually, no, I don't think I was thinking of anyone else. So yeah, those three are the big ones. Center backs wise, you're still looking at your lengthy players like I was talking about. Marquinhos is insane, by the way. I was playing against someone with Marquinhos. He's better than Van Dijk. Like, this card is insane. PK is one people are using. I haven't seen much of this Ramos, but it's just because it came out recently, probably. And I'm sure people will end up using him. Alaba, I really haven't seen at all. These hero cards are going to become bigger, I'm sure. I'm almost positive of it as more of our like rule breakers, like the special team squads comes out and people are trying to link those players. Icons don't link anyone really. So because of that, the heroes are going to have to do it instead. Ruben Diaz is very popular. He's got 63 pace, but he's really faster than Mbappe because he's lengthy. And then so going down the line here, I haven't played more of these like higher echelon, like Cordoba's, Desailly's, those players. Rudiger's very good. I haven't played much Koulibaly lately. I think this Sule is underrated though. I bet this Sule is actually going to be really, really good. And so, all in all, basically, Tomori's nuts too. All in all, it's either lengthy or you're putting yourself at risk. And so because of that, you can see where this all goes. This LaCroix, I wouldn't be surprised if people end up keeping him. He's also lengthy and is just fast. Koundé is the only non-lengthy one that I really have seen that's decent. Varane's still popular, Militao's still popular, so on and so forth. And then also these Godfrey and Gomez are popular as well. But again, lengthy. Akanji's lengthy, so on and so forth. Right back, there's one that's the most overpowered right now, and it's Kyle Walker. This card is lengthy and pacey and can dribble and can do decent passing. He's just like the card to have right now. Munir is one I really want to check out. I really want to get this Yedlin if I can. I think that he's also really good, but no one's going to use him. This Dodo card is just like, why not? It's fine, I guess. I think it's fine. I've seen Hakimi here and there. And then other than that, I think, and Quadrado's still good too. Center mid wise, it's also still like mainly similar people. I've seen some Casemiro's as well. I think this Torre is excellent. I've only played against him once, but he's just nuts. He's just great. Tonali I still use, and I think he's good, but then you start to get into these regular like CDMs. Fofana I see very popular. Kessie's very popular. Center mids wise, we can go there too. De Bruyne's insane, of course. Thankfully, I haven't played against this Hullet yet. If you can get Kroos in your red picks, excellent. Very, very good. De Jong is super, super popular. He's obviously up there. Goretzka's very, very good. And then there's one other one. Who was it? Who else have I seen a lot? Lorente. I've seen him at right back. I've seen him at center mid. This card's just like such good value. He's so, so good. He's really awesome. Cam-wise, Cam still seems to be the like limited position. Cam obviously now has Messi and Neymar. That's great. That's awesome. You need a lot of coins. It is what it is. Other than that, though, you have Fakiria Payet. I've seen a little Bruno Fernandez. He doesn't seem to be like super troublesome when I play him. I think the Sane is interesting too, though. I would love to try this Sane. I hope I get him in my reds. I hope you guys do too. And then after that, I haven't noticed anyone specifically. But then if we go to left wings and left mids, of course you still have Vinny, you still have Mane. I've seen a lot. I also see Nedved, ironically. I think from the icon pack, people probably got him. Um, and then Danjuma, of course. Werner, I've seen a little bit. I haven't seen him too much, but I think it's because they're trying to link that new SBC card, the Becker card. Son, I really want to get in the team, but it's going to be hard. This Insigne card looks like an insane cam. I haven't seen him much, though, so I can't say he's super, super meta. Neymar, of course. Liao, a little bit I've seen here and there. I play with Liao. I think he's a great striker, but I, again, wouldn't call him super meta. Vinny, I've seen a lot. He's still very popular. And then other than that, I can't say too much. Even that new Zaha card, I really haven't seen too much. Right side, I'm trying to think actually. Salah, I've seen a lot lately, believe it or not. I have seen Salah more than I thought. Valverde is just like an insane center mid that people are still using. You put him in right and then you move him center. Other than that, though, I think it's just Dembele and Rafinha for the most part at this point. Maybe this Antony card I've seen occasionally to link Ronaldo. I don't actually, sorry, I don't think there are any right mids that I really want to talk about. Just checking real quick. No, there's really not. And then striker and center forward wise, you can probably think of the lengthy boys. Benzema. This Ribéry looks insane. Rule Breakers Ribéry. 5-star, 5-star. But again, because he's explosive, I don't know exactly how good he's going to be. He's like 900k. And so other than that, Jota I haven't seen much anymore. I saw him before, but not too much anymore. And then striker, you guys probably know who we're going to talk about. Haaland, Ronaldo. I really want Leo in the team. Mbappe, people seem to somehow all have Mbappe now. I've played like 3 or 4 of them. Again, of course, Ronaldo, Haaland. I played a few Aubameyangs, I won't lie. He's okay. He's not bad, of course. Other than that, though, the heroes not so much. I really want to try this Dzeko. I think this Dzeko is right up my alley. 3-star, 5-star, 6'4". Just got insane shooting stats. He's lengthy, of course. And then other than that, let's see who else. If there's anyone I can remember, recognize that I like, just kind of remember from playing. And I really can't say. Even Ben Yedder I haven't seen too much of. Becker we talked about. Even Torres I haven't seen too much. Jesus, the ones to watch I've seen here and there. That I have seen a little bit. So you guys get the idea. I wonder who you guys are using or who you think are the best cards. Obviously, Champs is very interesting to play right now just because of the way that the game is working. It's much, much different than last year. I don't know if it's good or bad, honestly. Sometimes I think it's just if you have good players, it's good. I played a lot of games where I see other teams make passes that because they have Ronaldo, Mbappe, Messi, the players like backtrack and get to the ball again. Meanwhile, I know I've made that pass and my player just like skirts ahead of it and just misses it. And it's probably because I'm using, like 83 Dembele instead of 91 Mbappe or whatever like that. I think the game's in a good place, at least meta-wise. I think market-wise, the game is in trouble because there's a huge gap right now still. The market's going to need some work. Otherwise, this game is going to die real fast, really, really quick. So we'll see how things go. Please let me know what you guys think of in terms of the meta, if I've missed anyone or any tactics that you guys are thinking of. Through balls are still a thing, of course. Otherwise, I think I've covered most of what I want to. But I hope you guys have been awesome. I thank you guys very much for sticking around while I've been gone. We're going to do this, like I said, every week. And it will be back up coming this week. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. Of course, we'll be doing other content in terms of different challenges and whatnot. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Have an awesome week. I'll see you guys again soon. Take care. All right. Have an awesome week, day, night, evening. Just be awesome. See you guys.